Yeah. What's up, Six? How you doing, bro? SD, what's going on, dude? We've got the receipts. We've got the receipts. We've got them. Oh. What's up, everybody? Just want to share this link in the Discord. What the hell is this? How to use I made a video showing. Oh shit! Look at Be Real making videos, dropping templates. My guy. Oh shit! You're waiting on complete control standalone right now. Are you also applying clown makeup? I'm just saying. Nobody in the history of Standalone enjoys using the Machine Plus. Nobody. Except for my boy Low Spot Frank. He enjoys Machine Standalone, but nobody else. Nobody else likes that shit. Av McCree has bought 17 MPCs and 4 $200 synths since buying the Machine Plus. You never see nobody using the Machine Plus ever. Ever. Nobody uses the Machine Plus. The Machine Plus is what you want to use if you just want to get mad. How much is a brand new Machine Plus, by the way? Did they lower the price on a brand new on a Machine Plus? Hold up. I can't Knox Squared loves it, but I hate the Machine Plus. Yeah, but Knox Squared is, he's a machine enthusiast. So he is an army of one as far as that's concerned, right? Knox Square is a true believer, you know. Let me see. What are we doing here? What was I looking for? Oh, I wanted to see the price of a brand new Machine Plus. Let's go over to the old Sweetwater. The Machine Plus was a flop. Like like there's no way around it. The Machine Plus was a flop. Oh, they only okay. They didn't lower it that much. Yo, why's my dog bugging? But yeah, I think when it first came out, it was I think this is what it was. It was 12. It was like 13. It's okay. Let her in. Shut the door, please. So they had did I sell mine? Yeah, I sold mine. What you doing? What you doing, bird? You coming to post up? You alright? Machine Studio is dope. Oh man, bro, I'll tell you a funny story. I bought a Machine Studio the first day it came out, and I sold it a week later. I went back to my MK1. The Machine Plus, this thing was an amazing, like well put together. No, it's not a new dog. I had two dogs. Now I have one. The Machine Plus was like an amazingly like it's like a no. It's a great piece of hardware. Is it like it's very well put together, but it is not fun to use. You know what I mean? Like the thing about bro, not having a not having a touchscreen and all the stuff that you need to use a mouse for in the software, like that's what nobody talks about. Like that shit is not fun to use. You know what I mean? Like if you want to get in there and like change the velocity of something, like ugh, ugh, ugh. It's just it's just not good, bro. But for the price of this, you could get a Live 2 with a speaker and a OS that's actually fun to make beats on. DJ Tyson says they thought it was going to have the same effect as the Akai Force, better after the updates. The only thing is Akai does better updates. I mean, Akai does better updates, and their hardware has a touchscreen. That's really what makes it different. Was the audio even any better? This has a much better time stretch, right? The time stretch is amazing, but we didn't need time stretch to make beats the whole time we had MPCs, and we don't need time stretch to make beats now, So, yeah, dude. Here it is. I don't know what Pitbull audio is. I don't know what this is. But I was furnished with this link, and I was gonna go live with this before, but they had taken it down. The original link had went to a 404 error, and then I don't know, they put it back up. I don't know why, but here we are. The Akai 61 in all of its glory. So it's got the 16 pads, 4 Q links. You get the big knob, separate transport. Um, whatever this shit, whatever this shit is up here, whatever this shit is over here. This is the octaves. They've got an ARP latch, your tap tempo, your metronome. You've got your pad banks here. What is this? This is the touch strip functions. Uh, let's see. Let's take it to the lab, right? Let's blow it up. Manuel says he's been waiting on this since 2003. Manuel, do you play keys? Well, let's get it straight. This will not be an MPC replacement. Why won't this be an MPC replacement? Talk to me. Let's get that. Let's get that out the way, right? So why won't this be an MPC replacement? Why couldn't this replace an MPC? It's got everything that the MPC has on it, right? I mean, the MPC, this is the MPC right here. This is the MPC right here. So it's an MPC live you could get Forellish on. Exactamundo. Let's see, what is this? Can't make these out. Makes me sad. What are they? Q-Link, that's the song mode button. Redo and undo, shift. I don't know what this is. Let's see, this is the sampler. What's the price? Okay, the price is $18.99. So let's see. Oops. You can't add it to the cart just yet. I could see people playing drums and keys on it at the same time getting live. You mean like doing like full on performances and shit? All I care about is the overdub button. I mean, it has the overdub button, bro. The overdub button is there. See, they have MIDI control on off. Step sequencer, XY effect. There's your overdub button right there. Like, guys, like, you really think that they would put the MPC name on this and not have the overdub button? Like, did you really think that would happen? Like, I see. Like, I could tell that y'all are used to buying native instrument shit. with like with the kind of concerns that we have here. You know what I mean? The pads look like MPC size pads. That's because they are MPC size pads, man. The MPC, those are MPC size pads. So you got your full level button here. I can't make out what those are. So you've got 16 instruments, and then if you look, there's a page button right here, which means that there's more than 16 instruments. What's up, site? Why do I prefer the NI pads? You have to bash them MPC pads, and I just ain't got used to them yet. I don't know, man. I don't like. I've had an MPC, and I've had Machine. I've had like Machine Studio, Machine MK1, Machine Plus. I don't notice the difference between the Akai pads and the MPC pads. It turned out to be less expensive than I thought. You never know until Akai puts it on the block. Sometimes they be playing with people's emotions. I mean, this isn't like, I don't think this is playing with people's emotions. This is a retail store putting this out. So here's your here's your specs, right? 25 instruments, 25 plugins that MPC users are going to be paying extra for, most likely. I doubt these 25 instruments are coming free in a 2.11 update. I seriously doubt that. 61 keys. This is cool. You buy this, you get a more robust what's it called, RAM setup, right? 4 gigs of RAM. This is weird though. This is kind of suspect to me. I've never seen the MPC. I want to see something here. How does what? Show me. I want to see something now. MPC Lab 2. All right. Firmware 2.4.10. This use 14 new plugins, 4 instruments, 7 insert effects. Where does it? Storage 2 RAM. This is weird to me. This phrasing right here, bro. This is weird to me. Just mark this up as like I'm dubious about this whole page right now just based off of this, because I've never seen the MPC I've never seen the MPC mention cores or the type of processor that it has ever. And this is strange to me. Right? This is a cached page, by the way. Yeah, ARM is the M is a phone processor. It's the M1. It's that like style of chip where the RAM and everything is all together as one thing. They're not separate components. This is weird to me. This is very weird. Akai needs to give us more way to pay them other than the expansions, which really aren't that good. That's in reference to having to buy the plugins. For near 2K, you should get all the plugins. 32 gig internal with a SAT bay for an SSD. Probably going to have the 4 software. This is not going to have the 4 software. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that right now, bro. Like this dream that some of you guys have of having MPC pads and the 4 software just because like you can't figure out how to use MPC song mode. Like I pray for you people, bro. I pray for you people every night. I pray that you just shut the fuck up and figure out how to make a song in song mode like we've been doing for 50 years. Pray every night to 7 pound 8 ounce baby Jesus. So are they only going to give the force disc streaming? They said something about 8 audio tracks, 2 ARM is a phone processor, CMP, you're wise beyond your years. That's definitely a misdirection. Right, Great Keys? That's weird, bro. That is weird. That is weird. It's a CPU instruction set. Intel would double the price. ARM is also Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. I don't know what that is. The 25 plugins come with over 6,000 presets. That's what's up. It's different than the x86 and the 64, which has been around for decades. Still can't find presets by type, though. Oh, man. Shots fired. Only 4 outs is weird. Dude, everything Force is in the dumpster at Akai. Bildo says I need to pray more. Dude, Machine don't even have a linear song mode, bro. Like it's like, bro, you guys just got to learn how to make sequences and stop fucking crying about it. Like, oh, I don't know how to make a meaningful transition if I'm programming 4 bars. You're goofy. I mean, since you brought it up, they might as well do a force keys. Don't kick me. They had the force keys in a that was the first leak was the force keys. There was a picture of it in the firmware. MPC users have been used to song mode for the longest. I arrange my songs in FL based on how I used to do with my 5000 in song mode. Yo, that's the guys. Here's the thing. Here's one thing that a lot of you guys don't, who are new to MPC, you don't understand. Most of the customers who buy MPCs, they've been using MPCs for a long time. Like MPC isn't something that a noob buys, right? Like somebody doesn't get into music production nowadays and drop 700 $1,000 on an MPC. So they're not gonna piss off like someone like me just because your goofy ass can't figure out how to put a song together unless you can see it from left to right. Like you're just gonna have to learn song mode. Like it's never happening. Ever. It's not happening. Henry Clay says this machine is overkill. Machine has clips that span the scenes, so even that isn't an excuse anymore. It's just really clunky. Select Guitar Center saw the prototype today for 2 hours. It was not an impressive praise. Yo, Gray Keys is talking like an industry insider. How do you know that information, Gray Keys? Talk to us. I wanted the Force because it was the least expensive standalone. Well, that makes sense. So let's go through this other the rest of this, which I don't know. This is reading like fan fiction, right? This is kind of reading like fan fiction. This right here, audio interface with high quality ADDA converters. That don't sound right. This doesn't sound right to me. Like normally, like that don't sound right to me. Accepts class compliant audio interfaces and MIDI devices. Sounds button for fast browsing. Powerful 128 MIDI sequencer. Onboard Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4 assignable Q links. Pitch and modulation wheels, dedicated transport section. Like what? Dude, the more that I read this, the more that I read this, bro, the more that I read this sounds weird to me, man. This sounds so weird to me. Henry Clay says, so is this the Nico? Yeah, I mean, this is the Nico if the Nico was good. The Nico was goofy material, bro. Like the Nico had the goofiest the goofiest low fidelity, like just low class PreSonus interface in it, a really slow computer. You couldn't run two Omnispheres on it, Let's see, Kenzo coming in hot. I don't give a rat's ass about this keyboard. I got my X and the best analog sounding sound design keyboard out in the Waldorf Quantum. I'm good. Of course, I'll get the new VSTs and plugins. No, hold up, Kenzo. That don't make no fucking sense, my guy. Because how are you got a Waldorf Quantum and you're gonna buy the Air VSTs? That like, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I got some pretty cool keyboards that I enjoy using, and I intend to buy exactly 0 Akai VSTs for my MPC. I like exactly zero. I could not see myself have you like dude, have you heard the hype synth or the tube synth? The tube synth sounds like it sounds like Struggle Nexus, bro. It's so bad. All the sounds just sound like like they sound so bad. You know what I mean? Like hype is good, hype is not good. Listen, man. I'll tell you like this. If I hear you guys making real beats with with the hype synth, bro, no, no, come on, man. You said Skrillex wants the MPC. I mean, Skrillex can get the MPC. I mean, we all know people who have Omnisphere but pull up Expand. Listen, we don't know those people. We make fun of those people because they're children on the internet who are reusing presets that they seen in a BusyWorks Beats um oh god story on Instagram Live. BusyWorks is like, "Hey, what's up? This is BusyWorks Beats. Check out this account from somebody who skimmed a bunch of forums to find old presets in old songs." And then you go look at it and you're like, "Oh yeah, here's the preset for here's the preset for a song that was on Drake's first album and it happens to be an Expand." And then you see Expand being sold for $1 and you're like, if this was good enough for 40 and Boy Wonder, I'll use this. D Daniel says, so it's basically an MPC Live with a keyboard attached. I'm all set. All native instruments were developed pre-War One, and they sound better than anything Akai has. I mean, yeah, but I don't know, dude. Who buys Akai for the sounds, bro? You buy Akai for the workflow. You know what I mean? You buy like the reason why you buy an MPC is because it's fun to use. You know? 40 instances of Expand 2 is crazy. Scoring movies or something. I respect CMP, but I go hard in the paint with Expand. I layer with it only. Listen, bro, there's just stuff that I don't like using. You know what I mean? Like I never looked at Expand when it came out in the sound. Like, dude, I just don't like Expand because I know why people use it. You know what I mean? Like it's a goofy clout chasey thing. Like but that don't mean that somebody who knows how to play. You know what I'm saying? Like here's the thing. Like when it comes to like playing music, you know what I mean? Like if somebody knows how to play the guitar, they can pick up an Epiphone and play it and they're going to sound fucking good because they know how to play the damn guitar. You know what I'm saying? So if you know how to play keys and you load up Expand's going to sound great. Like you could tell people who you tell people who like aren't really good at making melodies, they talk about presets, right? You know, they're like, oh, this thing don't have enough presets. This thing don't have enough presets. But if you know how to write melodically, you could turn on any preset, play 3 notes, and then understand like, oh, okay, this is the type of sound that I play sustained chords with, or this is the type of sound that I play staccato notes with, or this is the type of sound where I do the bass notes in my left hand and then I do something melodic up top, right? And that's the difference between like someone who's a musician and someone who makes beats. There's people who make beats that are great musicians. There's people who make great beats that are, not really good musicians. You know what I mean? It's just it just is what it is. So the people who use expand, like, that don't say nothing to your beats. I just don't like expand. I don't like Nexus, you know what I mean? I don't like, Mont Dog got bullied by the struggle. I feel you, bro. Expand to maybe go ahead and actually pay for a lecture in Omnisphere instead of continuing to pirate because I couldn't take it any longer. Yo. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. You don't like Romplers and you're not wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big Rompler guy. Let's see what this I'm still let's see. Well, you don't need Nexus when you have an access virus. That's correct. That's correct. Let me see. Inside, MPC 61, experience a new dimension of sound like never before, powered by 25 plug-in instrument engines at your fingertips and over 600 cutting-edge presets. The 6000, the MPC 61 develops the most modern sound palette ever programmed. Bro, this don't sound right. This does not sound right. Bunny Mike says, back in the day, I used to obsess over what presets to use and be like, oh my God, I don't know which ones I'm going to use. And then I started to develop my ability to write music. And then I figured out what sounds fit together. That's all it is, Mike. Nexus sounds like bubblegum sounds. Yo, Sight, do you think this is real? Cause I know the folks in your group um have probably seen this. What's the consensus? Do people think this is real? This is weird, bro. MPC Key 61 is the first production synthesizer incorporated modern day vocal effects, which can also be used for the most creative sound design. Like, dude, like, it's absolutely real. It has Andy Max DNA. Like, bro, like this. It's just the writing in this is so bad, dude. The onboard assignable touch script is the catalyst for new ways to control and interact with your own signature sounds. Bend, warp, and manipulate sounds in real time in ways no other synthesizer can. Touch capacitive. Now I'm, dude. Now I'm hearing it in Andy Mac's voice. now, now I'm hearing it in Andy Mac's voice. From over 30 years of genre-defining sampling, MPC Key 61s brings the full MPC sampling experience only a Akai professional can deliver. MPC 61 is the world's first true sampling production synthesizer with unparalleled sampling features leading from the MPC line, from advanced sampling, sample slicing, multi-sample layering, and capturing vintage synths using the award-winning auto-sampling technology and time stretching. The only limits is your imagination. The built-in microphone preamps with high-end converters, combined with the vintage MPC 60 and MPC 3000 emulation plugins, bring capabilities to an unprecedented level. I hear it now. Surround your creativity. MPC Key 61 will connect your entire creative studio and workflow together with ease. Connect up to 32 MIDI devices with USB and MIDI out. Expand your audio input and outputs with 32 inputs using class compliant interfaces, or connect your vintage synths using MIDI in, out, and through. For live DAW-less production, MPC 61 also uses 8 CV jacks. So let's see the I/O on this thing. Did Andy Mack make music? I'm sure he did. There's like you don't get to, like, you have to be a musician to get to that level. It like, all right, so we got, so what do we got? We got a main output. So we got 4 outs. 4 outs is a weird number, right? Like, I'm not tripping. Four outputs is a weird number. You got a foot switch, an expression pedal, and a sustain pedal. Mont Dog, why not 8? No, you got your main out, which is left and right, and then you got 3 and 4. And then your headphone out. That's weird though. That's weird. We got the network switch, which still nobody like, what does the network switch do? What does plugging the network cable in do? Oh, there's 8 CV. 2 input combo jacks, which that's cool. The gain knobs on those are like, I don't know, dude. Like you lean in and you're like, yeah, you got this high end ADA conversion. Yo, they wrote, man, this, I hate the way this is written. They really wrote that like they really think y'all are dumb. But whatever. Network switch allows you to print your MIDI for better collaboration. 4 outs and 8 CV. Electronic musicians reading piano roll like sheet music. Hey yo, I guess they don't care about I/O since it's compliant. Does it have an SSD expansion slot? You know what? I don't see anything about that. It's got 32 gigs of internal SD, a world class 16 gig factory library, comprehensive, and a dedicated SATA bay for SSD expansion. Okay, cool. Here's the price. This is the price. 18.99. And that was the leak from the Guitar Center retards that got fired. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Yo. Can we just stop? Can we just stop for a second and have a moment of silence for those dudes' jobs? Like, bro, who the fuck who the fuck works at Guitar Center, takes a picture of some shit that's under embargo, and then posts it to a Facebook group under your real name? You know what I mean, dude? Like, bro, like imagine having to come home. Imagine having to come home and tell your girl like, "Yo, I got fired," and they're like, and your girl's like, "Well, yo, why'd you get fired, bro? We got rent coming up on the first of the month, dude, and we got to re-sign this lease, and they raised it $1,000, bro. Like, you can't be getting fired from your job. Like, what happened? Were they racist?" And you're like, "Nah, babe, they weren't racist. I took a picture of some equipment that was under embargo, and I posted it on the internet." Like, like what? Like, dude, bro. That's like worse than like smoking before the drug test. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Attention is not currency, dude. Oh man. I shouldn't make fun of them, but this is why shit like that happens, because we stop bullying. J Max says his supervisor at work said it was okay. Yeah, I saw that. Gary V would like a word. This will be 2,400 in Canada. That's ridiculous. I took pictures of the UAD vault when I was in the House of Beats session in House of Beats season 2, but I didn't leak it. Their NDA is serious, by the way. House of Beats. What's House of Beats? Was that Machine Master series that everybody freaked out because the white dude put the snare on the 4 and hip hop fans only listen to one genre, so when they heard future bass beats, they were like, "Oh my god, this is so creative." Okay. Well, Gray Keys, I hope I hope when you were on that, you you learned from that experience to put your snare on the 4, because because that was the easiest beat competition to win, bro. I was so mad at the hip hop fan base for having never have heard future bass. Like we looked really hip hop producers looked really uncultured in that moment. In that moment, bro. Are there previews of the 25 plugins? No. Um, if you noticed when they've been excuse me, if you noticed when people go through this, like the 2.11 software, they like there's jump cuts in their videos and screens they don't show, and some of that is, these instruments. Gray Keys says, "I represented myself well. I can't wait till season 2 dropped. It'll drop on Tubi." The real question is, did you guys use the sub pack? Did you use the sub pack, and did it make your 808s beefier? Yo, you know what else was funny on that show? When nobody else could use a different DAW. Like, that was amazing, bro. That was a funny show. Gray Keys, don't get in trouble, bro. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. Let me see what else you guys got. The Katakana Quest says, "Are MPC effects ideal? Are they great?" The only MPC effect that I use is well, first of all, I don't use any of the MPC effects. I use the air effects, and I when I the only MPC the only effect that I use on my MPC is the air kill filter, and it does what it should do, you know. But I mean, Katakana Quest, I'm a fucking snob, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm sure if I was at like a different like stage of my life, I would be the type of person who would use only the MPC, and I would make slaps that sounded better than all y'all boys' computer shit. You know what I mean? But I am a I got a lot of cool stuff and I want to use it, you know? Roshi, why you doing that? Roshi says it kills the air. No, the kill EQ is dope, bro. Like the kill EQ is like high key for you guys that have had like the old NPCs. Tell me you wish you didn't have the kill EQ on like a 2500 or a 2000 or a 4000. The kill EQ is a damn fine filter, bro. Aside from the reverbs, they are very capable for a for a standalone device. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, the reverbs are awful. They are bad, bro. They are comically bad. Like they are the only thing that's worse than the MPC reverbs is like the is like the OG machine reverbs. Like I'm telling you, the reverbs are 100% unusable. I've tried. I've tried. But like a company make it named Air can't make a good reverb. Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. But I mean, the thing is when it comes to effects, I don't know, like I use an MPC. Like when I use an MPC, I'm using an MPC like an MPC, right? So I don't get on the MPC and think about like, yo, I need to shape and sculpt sounds. Like the only thing I need to do is remove the bass from a sample. You know what I mean? Like I never get on the MPC and be like, yo, I need halftime. You know what I'm saying? That's like that shit never crosses my mind. You know what I mean? I don't get on the NPC and be like, yo, I need to RC20 this. You know? I'm just like, oh, okay, like let me chop this, 16 level it. Hit overdub, tick, 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 you know, boom, tap, tap, you know, note repeat. Maybe it's just like a force of habit because that's how I've been using the shit since I was like 17 years old. I want to get a Moog Mavis and a Roland J6 to go with my. What's a Moog Mavis? That sounds sus. What's this little suspect Moog? What is this? Get this out of my face. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. What is this? Oh, it's got a little keyboard on it. Bro, get this out of my face, dude. You gonna use this? With one oscillator. A duty filter. Nah, bro. Get this shit out of here, dude. Why do you want that? Nah, Shane, don't tell him not to waste his money. He might like yo, modular people, they like if they're into the telephone board, CMP shit on everything. I do not shit on everything, bro. Like let me just see something real quick though. I just want to go on a quick trip real quick. Let me see if I just want to see something. Ew. Yo. If I was gonna get a little Moog for an MPC, this baby right here, I would go here first. But I'm not like really big into the modular shit. I have absolutely zero interest in it, so that's why. But like if I wanted like a Moog on a budget because I'm gonna be using my MPC, and if you're doing your MPC, I know what you're doing. You're doing bass lines. Whew. This baby right here, 2 oscillators. You get the whole ladder filter. You get the resonance control. You got envelopes for your filters. You got it. You got filter envelope. You got an amp envelope, and you got the mods. Wait, what is that? This is the God MC, bro. This is for bass lines. This is 100% for bass lines. Right? You could do audio in and out, so you can use it as a mono filter. You got your MIDI, you got USB MIDI, and you got CVs. Patrick McGowan says, modular is a deep dive. One wrong turn and you might never reach the end of the tunnel. Yeah, bro. Yeah, these you get them for like $425. But if you didn't want to, $425 is the price point, low end on Reverb. But if you could swing it, if you could get you like $800 together, this is what you want. This baby right here. This shit is the chef's kiss. This is the fucking this is it right here. This is the classic. This is the shit that in 10 more years people are gonna be like, yo, I don't like bro, this is the one. I've got the big boy. I was able to scoop it up for cheap. But this is like, bro, this it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, Gray Keys. A lot of people have this Moog, bro. Like this shit is the truth, bro. This is like, I got this. Shane got this. A couple other people in the squad got this. This is that shit. That shit's fantastic, bro. Nothing sounds like it. But this would be the main one. This would be the main one I could get. And if I couldn't get that, and I was just doing MPC stuff, I would get the Minotaur. and you could go back into time. I had this one. This was the first Moog I ever had. This shit's a bad boy. The only thing about this guy is it, like, if you don't mind a little, like if you don't mind a little bit of menu diving, this is fire. And the way that this works is everything is a button and a knob, a button and a knob, a button and a knob. So like for example, this right here, you press this button and then you twist this to hit the cutoff. You press this button and do the rest of this. You press this button and this knob will do the attack. So that's how they kind of made this cheaper, because they didn't add the same amount of the same amount of knobs, right? This shit has, I mean, dude, this shit is fucking, dude.
Of this review, you can see the nice fine tune which can be disabled. It's actually quite sensitive. This is a triangle. The oscillators are continuously variable through to saw, pulse. We can also process mono external audio signals via the audio input. I've got a drum beat going in. Nice and clean. I can force the input up, give it a bit more crunch. It's designed to distort a little bit. I can increase that by putting the overload thing on. Then
I remember I sold this. Yeah, this one has presets. The grandmother doesn't have presets, but I remember I sold this, and I remember listening to the beats that I made after I sold this, and that's when I was like, I will never, ever sell one of these devices ever again. And by one of these devices, I mean Moog, bro. And then where's the last one? Damn, these went up in price. That's crazy, bro. These were like $600 when they came out. That's crazy that they went up in price. I don't know why they went up in price. This is very similar to the Minotaur. You flipped your siren into a matriarch. That's a solid flip. That is a solid flip. The Moog grandmother and the sub 25 cost the same. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I know what kind of guys you are, because you're here. You want the sub 25. You don't want this. You don't want no parts of this, do we? This is like cute, like hipster synth. But what you want is to be able to turn the synth on, cut the filter back, press a key, and have that key go, and for the plates on the wall to just go, and for your girl to come into the room and be like, "Can you turn it down? I'm trying to watch Downton Abbey." That's what you want. That's what you don't want. What you don't want is one of these things, and for you to be in there being like, and have your dog come in the room and be like, woo. That's not what you want. I almost broke, but like, bro, I'll show you real quick. Here, look. Yo, so this is just like the regular init preset, right? Nothing's on here. Damn, I got one. Yeah, you fucking right. I got one. And that's just, bro, that's just me like that's just me. That's one oscillator and the filter just going through the shapes of the oscillator. Like I didn't do nothing. I didn't do I did not do a thing to that. It sounds like Donkey Kong. Any advice on a decent piece of effects hardware that you would marry with the MPC Live as far as portability and things of that nature? You just recommend an SP404. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't recommend portability with music production. I don't understand that. I don't get it. And I have no recommendations for that. I recommend you make beats in the studio, and when you go outside and touch grass and and dance with women. Don't make music outside. Make music in the studio. Do outside shit outside. You know, go outside and go outside and grind on some ladies and catch COVID. Maybe worse. You feel me? You said I wasn't going to talk about the 61 key. That's not what I said, Tyrone. I said I'm not going to buy it. Got to get the dark edition. I wish I had the dark edition. Dark edition is nice. For any reason, you hook up the Moog to the SP404, crank that shit all the way. Yo, DJ Tyson, why did you put the SP404 in? Why did you put the SP404? You're a crazy person, bro. And he has another one over there in the closet too. That Moog will make your teeth rattle. I promise you. Yeah, it will. Too many goodies. Mike Dean, who? Now I definitely want one. Did someone grab that CXM 1978? Yeah, no, I have that. I actually that was a gift from Joel at Chase Bliss. 607 made a really nice video essay and 607 is a real one. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, Joe said I could have my dream chain. So what's one pedal that you want?" I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. You don't have to do that, but since you're asking, I would like the $900 reverb, please and thank you." And he's like, "All right." And then he mailed me that shit because 607 is the man. Most old games were, well, it's the old games, the synths were square waves, and this shit has an awesome square wave, and you can adjust the pulse width. You know, a new standalone MPC 6000 is coming. I see it. Portability is the last thing I care about. Come on, CMP, you got to cook up in the park with the pungent bum peepee. Making beats in the club on an OP1 field, like I'm about to hit the DJ with this heat. Oh man, that was my early days of beat making. Bum PP. Yeah, so I love that joint. I'm gonna make my kids fight about it in my will in 30 years. Yeah, it's an excellent read. You know what the thing I like about its site is that it has presets, and the presets, they're all so different from each other that you could just go through and scroll through those 10 presets, find one that's like kind of in the zone, and then when you tweak that, you just wind up making your own sound that works for what you wanted to do, which is fire. But yeah, man. So yeah, the but for doing rap music, on an MPC, nothing is going to is gonna, like, the Minotaur, Slim Fatty, but the Sub 37 is just, it's gonna take you over the top. And there's mad people who make presets for the Sub 37 too, and there's a VST editor for it, a licensed one from the company, which is fantastic. Uh, what else we got? But yo, bro, to I don't want to be so dismissive of bro who was asking about like the hardware effects, like I just don't understand that culture, and I don't like to talk about like things I don't understand, because it's you guys' money that we're talking about here. I don't want to, again, tell you how to spend your money, but um I don't think that it's like, for processing individual pieces, I don't think that it's beneficial to do that shit with hardware on an MPC, right? Um the the Did I address the one MIDI out already on the keyboard? Yeah, it's kind of weird site that they're calling it like the center of your production space, but they only give you MIDI through instead of multiple MIDI outs. You know, but I kind of get it, because if they would have given you two MIDI outs, right, and if they would have given you eight outs, then they would have had to charge you more than the MPCX, right? Because if they gave you the same IO as the MIDI X and as the MPCX, and they put 61 keys on it, and they put more RAM than the MPCX, then the MPC keys becomes the flagship. You know, so you'd have to charge the 25, 2600 for it, and nobody would buy it at that price. But at 1899, it's going to sell out, because it's competitive with the Roland workstations that just came out, right? So They could have took a few CVs off for more MIDI. The I get it though. Like, here's the thing, man. Akai has not missed. Like, Akai Professional, they have not missed. They have not missed. From the touch to the live to the 1 to the live 2 to the X. In this new line of MPCs, they have not missed. Whatever they put MPC on, it's sold out. You know what I mean? It's sold out, and it's been great. Is the Force a miss? Nah, I don't think the Force is a miss. I think the Force is a push 3. But you guys keep on fucking up and think that shit's an MPC with features that you want to put on your MPC. You don't understand. It's a standalone Ableton Live controller. Site says true. They haven't missed. I think they'll make a max version with more I/O if this sells well. Yeah, I mean, well, Site. I think that they're really tapped into. Like, here's the thing. They have a lot of beta testers. They have a fucking lot of beta testers, and then the beta testers that they do have, the beta testers are super tapped in with the community, and then on top of that, they keep up on the community feedback. Like, they're in all the Facebook groups. They're looking at what everybody wants, and whatever makes sense for them financially to put into the product, they do. Like, the reason why we don't have real-time time stretch isn't because the machine can't do it. It's because the user base is too dumb to know how to use it effectively. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. That's how well they know the user base. They know, like, okay, if we give them this feature, they're going to try to do this with it, right? They're going to try to use real-time time stretch on 5 key groups, and they're going to bog it down instead of just using it on one track, bouncing that to an audio track, and and taking it off so they can continue to use the computer, because they know their new user base is people who are coming over from making beats on the computer and having unlimited resources. They know that that's what the expectation is now. So they make sure that they make these machines function in a way where the software that they put on it allows them to, give the perception that there is a lot of robust resources on the unit. Rudy Rhythm says, I have a ton of samplers and sequencers, but the older I get, the more I just do my beats in Pro Tools, aka the Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, man. I mean, it makes, we get older, we get more flush with resources, and we get the things that we wish that we would have had when we were younger, right? And you wind up finding what works for you. The Forces, the Cavs coming back from a 3-1 lead. Pupil, you talking about the Moog 25? Yeah. It definitely comes with the editor, bro. In FL Studio, I still bounce to audio, before my 5 instances of VST set. Yeah, bro. But that's the thing. Like a lot of people, a lot of people don't understand that workflow. I remember when I started producing on a computer, it was on an i3 Intel 2 core. You know, if there was a 5th instance of Nexus, we were going to be clicking and popping, you know. But a lot of people when they use a computer, they have an expectation of that it's supposed to be unlimited resources, and there's no. You know what it is? It's just a lot of people who produce on the computers that come from strictly producing on the computer. They don't have a background in the problem solving aspect of production. Like so much of music production used to be problem solving because we had to sync machines, right? And people don't know about that, so they don't have that skill to where they bump into an issue and they can solve it now. Every day now they bump into an issue and they open their phone and they type in, you know, CMP, how to bounce audio in MPC, you know, Craftmaster Productions, how to copy MIDI to tracks, you know what I mean? Like that's I mean, most, like, I know for a fact most people before they produce, they watch a fucking tutorial. You know, like, I think I want to make an ESG type beat today. So they search up an ESG type beat, you know. That's the that's the workflow, instead of like listening to like a 42 Doug song and then, you know, sitting here and practicing the pattern until you get it right and then hitting record. Chi-Town to Texas. Yo, you guys know I'm not wrong. You guys know I'm not wrong, dude. That's why a lot of people don't like to cook up in the studio in front of people. Like if you really want to talk about it, because you look goofy going to a tutorial copying somebody's piano roll. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We made a lot of stuff fine in 2006. Reason first, Gen Core Duo and 2 gigs. But yeah, bro. Rudy Rhythm says, if you're over 30, part of your workflow includes a workaround because everything was not lacking and nothing did everything. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. We are definitely the workaround generation. But, you know, it's a new day. Computers have amazing resources, and I'm definitely enjoying them. My little Mac cube of death. It's definitely nice to have. For you guys that are coming in late, $18.99, $1,900, probably 21 after taxes. If you go to Guitar Center, $2,400, because they're gonna con you into buying the oh, if you spill some coffee on it, we'll replace it for you plan. You know. And listen, when they sell you the if you spill coffee on it, we'll replace you plan, just make sure that you get them to bring the price of the unit down, because like when you're buying stuff from Guitar Center, all they want to do is sell you that protection plan. So you tell them to do everything that they can to bring the price of your hardware down, and then roll that into the protection plan. Because selling those protection pans is how they keep their job. It's not selling the gear. So Drew Travis says, what about if I cry on it because I spent all that money? Kakatana says, good practice is making a beats with no effects. Just gain stage it to see if it sounds great in your ride. That is an amazing practice. You definitely have been a part of the CMP team for 3 years, because that sounds like some shit that I would think about doing. They try to sell you the bro. They try to sell you that pack. That's how those guys keep their jobs, man. That and not sharing pictures of the thing, bro. So yeah, this is a cache page. I still don't know what the hell Pitbull Audio is. Like, is this even a real site? It is. Okay, so this is a real thing. I'd never heard of this. There's always a store that fucks up every time. Oh, these are $900 now. They're in Cali. They got the stock off the ships first. That checks out, bro. That definitely checks out. That checks out, and then and then they fucked up. So yeah, this is the MPC keys. This isn't a 3D render. This is the real thing. I tell you what, it looks gorgeous, man. It truly does look gorgeous. Have I been to Wish You Were Gear? No, is that a website? Was this like used equipment? Oh, this is on 79th Street. Yo. I'm gonna have to pop in on these guys. Pads on all MPC keyboards suck. It's going to be a PlayStation 5 where they're marked up. Zach M is in San Diego. You guys should meet up for tacos. Pause. But yeah, guys, that's all I got this evening. I'm bringing you the exclusive leak straight from the cached YouTube page. We're definitely some old heads frothing at the mouth for actual music stores. Yeah, bro. I mean, site this shit's so expensive. Like, remember when you could actually go play with it? You know, pause. You know what I mean? But you could actually go into the store and like play music on the devices, like make a beat before before you do something. Yeah, bro. You guys keep it simple. Don't be basic. $1,900. I'm not getting it. God bless you those who do, bro. Somebody's gonna make a great YouTube channel off of